Welcome to Harden Life Live. We're the Hardens, and we are a group of coaches and counselors, actually from all over. And we started out as a family, but we love taking 10 minutes with you every week and hopefully giving you some cool tips to live your best life. This month, we've been focusing on fun. And we've been talking about how to bring fun into your whole life. And I'm very excited because we've got Rachel Dunn with us today. And not only is she specializes in blended families, but she's also working in her graduate program and seeing the power of fun in our emotional lives. And Rachel, we all need help in our emotional world. So tell me some ways that you see fun sort of helping our emotional world.
Well, first of all, I wore this fun dress for y'all today because it's a little dreary outside. So I wanted to bring some fun to this little talk. No, but seriously, fun, we think about kids having fun and how important that is for them. And we know that play for kids is just so beneficial for their emotional health. But we just tend to think that when we grow up, that it's not about having fun and it's all about work. But the truth is, our brains and our bodies and our minds are not meant to just work and be under stress all the time. That's just, we are not meant to just be working and just having those stress hormones pumped through us all the time. We have got to balance out work with play. And so fun is a very necessary part of emotional well-being. And I don't think, there's a reason we all, we go on vacation. It's restorative, it's relaxed, and we come back and we're like, okay, I'm ready to tackle the world again. We need fun in our life.
Wow, I love the way you're just saying it's not just fun and oh gosh, you should only now and then take a vacation. You're saying we need fun to actually balance stress. And it's almost like a tank. And that, like you were describing, if we go on a vacay, we fill that tank up and it allows us to actually keep having more endurance. But that really invites me to realize we need to have fun more regularly than just waiting till my 6-month vacation or the next thing.
It needs to be a part of your self-care routine, period. Like, it should be something that you do every day. I think it's Dr. Caroline Leaf that says we need to be doing at least 30 minutes of something pleasurable every single day. That's at least 30. That's at the least 30 minutes. She recommends, I think, really like an hour if you can. Like, we need to be doing something just to calm our brain and to balance it out. And I think once we start doing it, you really do see, you'll keep doing it if you start. Like, you will see the benefits and you'll see how much you crave that time.
Wow, I love just the guideline of minimum 30 minutes, shoot for the hour. And then, so Rachel, you know how everybody's life is. You have young kids. I've got crazy practice load. Give me some creative ways because I can't always plan something fun. Yeah. Give me some creative ways I can interject that into a typical normal day.
Well, I think part of it is understanding that, we don't have to have it structured all the time. That part of it is being spontaneous.
Okay.
But on the other hand, fun is different for everybody. So understanding what's fun for you. So, like, for example, if you love exercise, you love being out in nature, which we know nature automatically just calms the fear centers in our brain and boosts our serotonin. Just so good for your mental health anyways, just to be outside, just to be in the sun and see nature is so calming. But like, that may be something going on for leisure, going on a walk or doing something outside in nature. If it's just walking by the bay or walking somewhere where there's something majestic to look at, something that just captivates you, and gets your mind in the present moment. And even better if you can bring your family into it. I remember during COVID, we bought bikes, and I had a 1-year-old or almost 1-year-old, and we had him in the little trailer behind me, and my stepdaughter and my son would hook up my little, he was 5 at the time, would hook up to this one bike that both of them were on. And we looked so goofy riding through town with a trailer and this bike, this double bike with our helmets on. And it was so fun. Like our kids really looked forward to that. And like being together is so important. Like just doing fun with other people. Connection is so important for emotional health. I think that we take for granted how much connection promotes emotional health. Like we are meant to be in community. We are meant to be with people, and we are happier when we are connected with people. That's the way our brains are wired. We are wired.
Even jumping in and just validating what you're saying, they've even seen that happiness, you can experience happiness, but joy, which is really the life-giving emotion. Happiness is too fleeting. I had a great meal that brought me happy, but then 20 minutes later, I've already forgotten it. But joy has a lasting component. And you know that they've determined in research that joy is only created when in relationship. So I think that actually validates what you're saying. So, okay, so need to get out in nature spontaneously. For me, I'm thinking, I've got some new flowers, and I do love just walking out and sort of admiring them. I think so. Another thing, when our girls were young, even just having a table of putting a puzzle together out.
Game night. Yes, we do game night. Can I just tell you, it is so good, especially with our blended family, and it's the chronic stress that goes on in a blended family. We do game night, and everybody, like the last time we did one, I said, well, we played Crazy Eights, and everybody had to wear a hat that they felt like just was their mood for the day. We have a lot of hats around here. So everybody had to wear a hat, and we played cards, and everybody's just smiling the whole time. We're so connected. We're so present with each other, and everything else is, we push everything else out during that game time, like just little stuff. And games are so good for you have to have strategy. So you're using parts of your brain that really are, kind of keeping
I love that. Well, so
it was making us sharper. It's making us younger, making our brains younger. And it's actually fighting anxiety and depression and all these, it's things just by playing games. Sorry, I think we had a little.
Well, I think we had a little blip, but hey, when you're live, it happens. But well, I love that. So nature, games, do it with people. And I was thinking, laughter, anything that could create laughter. Laughing at your dog. Most dogs do so many crazy, goofy things on a given day if you've got a pet. And just laughing at your dog can be a way to boost your emotional quotient of just resilience. Yes. I love that. Any other things that are sort of your favorites?
Oh, and I know not everybody can do this, but I think if and when you can take little trips, our brain, when we go somewhere different, our brain is very attentive to all of the new, just being stimulated by new things. It's really good for your emotional health. And it really doesn't have to be, it doesn't even have to be staying overnight, just going somewhere different, especially somewhere where there's something magnificent, majestic to look at, like a mountain or a body of water, or just something beautiful in nature, especially like somewhere or where there's a connection, somewhere you can go and do really fun family things. Just getting away from the monotony of the same four walls, just getting away to something different. Day trip. If you can take a trip, that's great. There's so many things, Carla. It's hard to say, when you're sitting here in the spot and I'm like trying to think. Fun, and it's just so personalized too. It's so customized to what's fun for you. But like, it may mean curling up on a couch and reading a fiction novel. Fiction, not real. Something that you can get lost in. That's a fantasy world that you can create characters in your head and just kind of zone out.
Imagination. You're working with that right brain, that and our limbic center is already in that part, and so it's like bringing pleasure and imagination are ways it lifts us. And I think even scripture backs that up. Think on things above, think on things that are good. It's like, because when we think of those, it directs our whole person toward that uplifting. And so I think what I would really want everyone to walk away with today is number one, you have to keep the tank full in the fun to balance the stressors in life. If you're trying to do your life in stress and you are not bringing fun in regularly, and I love minimum 30 to an hour a day, you're going to get depleted. And then we get angry, unhappy people. Okay. Hello, look at our world. They probably don't have enough fun. So I know you've written a lot more, Rachel, in your blog, and I'm going to steer everybody toward that. Don't forget hardinlife.com, and don't miss Rachel's blog this week. Send it to some friends.
And I forgot to add one of the most important things really quick. I'm going to throw this in there. Dance.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. When you wake up in the morning, do a silly, fun little dance. Within the first 30 minutes of waking up, dump all that excess adrenaline out of you. Start your day off right. Do a dance party with your kids. Do a dance party every time you feel like it. Watch what it does with your emotional health. It is life-changing. I'm telling you.
I believe that because we did that in our family and we actually still do. And think how old we are. So everybody go have a dance party, read Rachel's blog, and we'll look forward to seeing you next.